talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe it said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. McCann's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Play action. Now it's Allen. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Allen. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. That one goes for 24 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention. Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Allen. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Hunt will try going up the middle. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Another completion here to Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cade York on now for the field goal from the left hash, a chip shot here. York able to send this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. 22 yards there, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Swings this out for Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. On first down, Allen. And here he's got Grant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 56. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now Allen again. Buying time to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. York now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. 56. On the counter, Hunt. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Past the 20. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And it's caught. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Hey, alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Browns. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Now he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jakeem Grant, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
33, Browns 18.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mayfield on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
18.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
That one is caught by Hunt. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On play action, Allen. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches,
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect,
And that will send them back to the drawing board.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down, as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on fourth down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run right side with Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, is the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Noah Fant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 18.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Tampa Bay, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the team.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind state in and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. we ain't careful where we all pay attention.